all the time that we read of the encounter of Moses with Pharaoh, it took place in Pharaoh's palace. And you have come to now ask Pharaoh to let a people go. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The workforce of Egypt. You now came to tell the workforce of Egypt that they should go. The Lord their God have said they should leave to go and serve him in the wilderness, in a land flowing with milk and honey. And when you are going to meet Pharaoh, you did not go with an army. You did not go with money. You did not go with resources. And you are going to speak to Pharaoh in his palace. And it is in his palace that you will have conversations with him for the liberation of the people. When God sent you to do something impossible, there will require certain protocol. Now listen to me and listen to me this morning. Amen. One of the things I want you to capture is this. Facing Pharaoh without an army. And Pharaoh, who is Pharaoh? A king. And you are coming to speak to him in his own land, in his own office, in the front of his own king's men. You are going to tell him to let a people go. It is tantamount to treason. It is tantamount to treason, and treason is punishable by death. This was the assignment that God have sent Moses. Some of you here, you are facing impossible situations. Matters that look very hard. For some of you, it's matters of house rent. Some people, it's matters of school fees. Some people, it's matters of health. Some people, it's matters of how to eat. There are problems here and here. Battles that have been raging from the background. Some of you, you are facing occultic manipulations, demonic incursions. Altars have been raised from your father's house that is repeating cycles and patterns in your life. How do you solve an impossible problem? Moses was given an impossible task. Now, God has shown Moses. If you read in Exodus chapter 3, Moses said, how will the people know that you sent me? Well, I still think today that was the worst question that I would have asked. The question I would have asked if I was in Moses' shoe was not how will the people know that you sent me. The question I would ask is how will I survive and come out from Pharaoh's palace? Because you are not sending me with a battalion of soldiers and you are asking me to go and negotiate for the release of over 2.5 million people. The question is, what security system will you send along with me that will fortify my safety and preserve my life? I think that is the question that I will ask God. Because it had to be a matter of safety first. And despite the fact that God told him signs that he was going to do, he was also going to meet a man that has his own magicians and sorcerers who can do the same thing that he has received from an encounter with God. Hear me and hear me very well. He was not going to just meet a politician who sits as king. He was going to meet a sorcerer who was also a king. He was not just a political leader that operates by democracy. He was a sorcerer. How do you come out of impossible situations? Do you face impossible situations? Do you think that situation is really impossible? Do you think that it cannot change? Are you looking at it and thinking this is hopeless? Moses was sent for an hopeless assignment. The more I think about it, the more it vexes me, because Moses was a stammerer. God have to look for Aaron to be his spokesperson. It is even more complicated because in the dealings of God with Moses, are you getting me? Moses was not going to be able to directly open his mouth and converse with Pharaoh. He was going to be whispering in Aaron's ears, because where we read in Exodus 7 verse 1, the Bible said, Aaron shall be your prophet, and he shall speak that which I have commanded you. So Aaron was his voice man, his spokesperson that actually was speaking to Pharaoh. All those conversations you read in the Bible that Moses said to Pharaoh, it was actually like this. Moses have to first of all speak to Aaron. And being a stammerer, he will be hanging halfway. You can picture the whole scenario. It looks crazy. Why did God not send Aaron instead? Why must it be Moses? If you can understand this principle, you will understand how to come out of any hopeless situation. And let me now come back to Exodus chapter 7 verse 1. And then I will close this morning. In Exodus chapter 7 verse 1. Now look at me, sir. Look at me, sir. Before you read, remember God told him 3 things. He said, 1, I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as God Almighty. But you, my name is I am that I am. First thing first, he revealed himself to Moses. Another thing was that he gave him a sign. Yes, you shall throw down your rod, it shall become a serpent. Do that. But it is possible that you can have a revelation of God and you can have the gift of the Spirit, and you actually meet somebody that have some form of revelation and some form of gift, and that every intelligence that you brought to the battleground is not sufficient enough to meet with the mountain that face you. And sometimes as human beings, our wisdom sometimes can be incapacitated. Our experience, our knowledge can be limited in the face of the battle that faces us. That sometimes the only thing is that we become confused, and in the state of our confused, we just leave the matter and do nothing. And I know that many of you are like that. You've reached that point where you say, I just leave it for God. Anything we want happen, make it happen. That's not God's will for your life. You don't change hopeless situation by saying anything that will happen should happen, I leave it. After God revealed himself, after God granted him a gift, and after God sent him a vision assistant, who is Aaron, to assist him in carrying out his assignment, there was one thing that remained, for which if that thing did not materialize in Moses, he will not have both the audacity and the result in his encounter with Pharaoh. Exodus 7 verse 1. That was what it was now saying. And the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made you a god to Pharaoh, but see. Please let me tell somebody, see. Tell him, see. Oh, your voice is too low. Come on, say it now. Let me tell somebody, tell him, see. Tell him, see. So having revealed himself, having given him a sign, having sent him a vision assistant, there was only one thing that remained. How he sees. And if his eyes, the vision of his eyes is not bigger than his mountain, he cannot come out with result. God said, see, I have made you a god to Pharaoh. Pharaoh may be in his palace. He may be in his country. He may be surrounded by his soldiers, defended by his magicians. The guards of the palace may mount garrison over his wall. But when you go there, see, I have made you a god. So who actually went to speak with Moses? Who actually went to speak with Pharaoh in his palace? It was not a man. So all the time he had audacity in Pharaoh's palace, it was because he was seeing himself as a god. Can I help you this morning? My sermon is not long. How do you change a hopeless situation? It begins by seeing. What do you see? See, I have made you a god. What do you see? If you have the mentality of a pauper, you will be a beggar. If you have the mentality of a slave, you will be a beggar. If you have the mentality of a pauper, you will be actually prostrating for who you should speak to with authority. See, I have made you a god. In other words, despite a revelation, despite the presence of a gift, despite the presence of a vision assistant, the victory will be decided by how you see yourself. And God didn't say, see, I have sent you. He says, see, I have made you. So it begins with, I am sending you. But what goes to the battleground is not what was sent, is who he has made you to be. See, I have made you a god to Pharaoh. I have made you. So when Moses was going to confront a mountain that was bigger than him, he was going with the consciousness of a god. Can I tell you this? Hear me and hear me very well. And look at me and look at me very well. Every problem that comes, see yourself as a God to that problem. The problem is not your God. You are the God to the problem. It is first and foremost a matter of image. Image is stronger than words. Pictures are stronger than words. One picture can capture 1,000 words in one. Image. It is first of all a mental baptism. See, as long as you are looking at the battle that it is stronger than you, that is what the battle will become. As long as you are looking at it that is bigger than you, that's what it will become. Anything that you are seeing the problem to be, that's what the problem is. Victory does not start. That's why you see a lot of people, they go to church, they pray about a matter, pray and pray and pray and pray for many years. The problem is not solving because the problem is still bigger than them. The problem is big, they are small. The problem is large, they are little. They behold it as though it was a little ant looking at a Goliath. But even David in the Bible, who was going to face a Goliath that was larger than him, bigger than him, more experienced than him, taller than him, heavier than him, even the shield of Goliath, David could not carry. The only thing that takes you to confront that kind of person is to say, look, you have come against me with your spear, your rod and this, but I come in the name of my God. It is what you are seeing that determines how you will prevail in the matter. We can pray, but we don't see. We can fast, but we don't see. We can do church things, but we don't see. We can cry to a man of God, but our sight is limited. You have traveled far to see and speak to a prophet. He has told you the solution, but your mind and your pictures have not changed. Victory starts with when what you see about that problem, about yourself, begin to change. See, I have made you. The question is, what has God made you, sir? What are you saying that God has made you? You see, there is no problem that comes now that can swallow me. No. Ask my staff in the office. When there is issue in this church and we come to office and we want to pray about it, I will tell them, let's buy food first and chop. We are not contending with the enemy in an arena of fear. We are coming to contend that we are bigger than him. It's a consciousness, it's a mindset. Your mindset tells what you are going through that it is only temporal. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? That the things that are seen are temporal. The things that are not seen, they are eternal. And you lay hold of it first inside your mind. That's how you shift from third class to 2-1 to first class. It begins with seeing yourself. I have become a God to that course. I have become a God to that lecturer. And every time you approach it, you are not approaching it with fear, but you are approaching it in the confidence of the Lord and in the name of whom you come. Then there will be a shift. See, I have made you. So there can be encounters, but men can still have fear. There can be gifts and men can still have doubt. There can be people, but men can still have limitation. The problem is not what God needs to supply. The problem is who I need to switch into. I need to arise and come up hither and come up to a realm where I look at the matter and say, these two shall pass. I conquered the one that is bigger than you by the help of God. And as long as that God is still seated, I will conquer this one. Oh, come on, somebody. A mentality is needed for battles. Write that down. A mentality is needed for battles, and it begins with seeing what God has made you to be. You have to see it. You have to see it. You have to see it. I have made you a God. That's the boldness you need. See, Moses, I have made you a God. See, that means when you come into Pharaoh's palace, don't shake when you talk. Don't look at the expensiveness of the furnitures in his palace. Don't look at the garments of his servants. Don't look at the arms of his bodyguards and begin to fear. See that I have made you a God. It is that mentality that causes you to have audacity. Audacity to dare the impossible. It comes from the pictures in your mind. Change the picture from I am suffering to I am reigning. Change the picture from I am begging to I am rich. Change the picture that I don't have to I have in abundance. Change the picture from I am not selling to I am selling. Listen, you don't start selling because you have goods. You start selling because it is in your mind, it's in your spirit, it's in your consciousness, so that what stop others will not stop you. Their fear is not your fear. What limit them is not limiting you. You may be in the same street, but your experience is different because your sight is different. You only change in this kingdom to what you are beholding. As we behold in a glass the glory of the Lord, we are changed into the same image. So I keep an image of glory in my mind and I continue to look at it. How do you think we have survived here? Every time Satan attacked this church, we switch the image from the attack to the victory. Every time it looks as if the church wants to collapse, we switch the image from what is happening to what he said, because there was something he said before we started and it is stronger than what is happening. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Heaven and earth may pass away, but his word will not pass away. What we need to do is to what? To see it. And what he said is, it shall bring forth boughs, it shall bear fruit, it shall be a goodly cedar, under it shall dwell all the fowls of the wings. It shall dwell there. Nations shall come and they shall dwell there. This Charisma Bible Church you are seeing, you will see white men, you will see Caucasians, you will see Asians, you will see Japanese, you will see Chinese, you will see Iraqis. They are coming from far, from the Middle Belt, from the Middle East. They will come and worship in it. But you will remember that it was not that battles did not come, it was that the pictures did not change. Oh, can you rise on your feet? Rise on your feet this morning. Change the pictures in your mind concerning your battle. That is the first step into changing hopeless situation. He told Moses, see, I have made you a God unto Pharaoh. I have made you a God. See, sir, I have made you a God. See, I have made you a God. And I want to speak to somebody here. I don't know what you are going through right now, that it looks as if I don't meet this deadline, everything is going to be over. They may sack me, they may rusticate me, but I'm faced with a pressure, and the pressure looks to be capsulating your mind. My dear, worries don't change anything. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, he said, which one of you by taking thought do you think can add 1 cubit of stature to your life? Worries change nothing. The first place of changing is to come to the secret place of incubation. And the Father that seeth you in secret, the Father which is in secret, that seeth in secret. Matthew chapter 6 verse 6. He is in secret, he seeth in secret. So his location is in secret, his attention is in secret. Because he is in secret, he seeth in secret. So his location, his attention is in secret. Come to that secret place and you begin to create pictures by speaking in tongues. You are speaking in tongues and creating pictures, and you don't stop speaking in that tongues until there is a new picture that replaces the battle, that replaces the worry in your eyes. And then you begin to see a new image that is bettered by the Holy Ghost. You begin to see it. As you are seeing that image and you begin to speak that image, the force of God begin to go forth. They begin to arrange the matter, they begin to switch the matter, they begin to switch the atmosphere. Charisma Bible Church, don't look at what is happening around you, look at what God has said. Remove the picture of smallness, bring the picture of greatness. Remove the picture of lack, bring the picture of abundance. Remove the picture of few, bring the picture of much. Remove the picture of scarcity, bring the picture of plenty. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Make a switch in your mind and say, oh God, I refuse to see negativity, I see positivity concerning my situation. I know there is a way out. If I can change what you see, I can change what you experience. If I can change what you see, I can change what you experience. If I can change what you see, I can change what you experience. Even in the prophetic, when you want to train a prophet, God wanted to train Jeremiah. Jeremiah said, I'm a stammerer. God said, I will touch your tongue. Then he brought Jeremiah out. He said, come and look. What do you see? The initiation into the prophetic, it begins with God training you in sight. You must start seeing something for God to do something. Please, somebody, are you hearing me here? You must start seeing something for God to do something. Please, give me your attention. Why do you think it has taken so long? It has taken so long because you are hoping without pictures. You are hoping that one day I will get married, but in your mind you don't see it. In your vision you don't see it. One day I will get married, but have you ever seen yourself in a wedding dress? Have you seen a man wearing black suit standing before yourself? Have you seen the priest officiating the wedding? You have no picture, but you have hope. You are miserable like that. You have no picture, but you have hope. You are miserable like that. Hope without pictures will delay, and hope that is deferred, the Bible says, it will make the heart sick. Bring pictures to that hope and begin to switch the pictures around you. Bring a new picture there. I went to minister in Abuja, and when I finished preaching, there was this 45-year-old wealthy woman, very wealthy. She lives in Apo, but she was not married, very single. And then she said, please pray for me, pastor. For many years now, nobody have married. Very pretty, very rich. She lives in Apo. Then I prayed for her. Then she said something to me. She said, pastor, I want to beg you for one thing. I paid for a hotel for you, just beside is it Transcorp? That's Transcorp. Good. He said, please, but I would like you to do me a favor. My house is large. Can you come to my house? Just come and stay for 1 hour. Don't pray, come and stay. I did not understand what she was doing. So I went to my lodge. After I finished from my lodge, I went to her place. Oh, the house is very beautiful. So I was in the parlor. We sat down and gisted, and she went to the kitchen to cook. She went to the bathroom. It was that time that I began to figure out what she was doing. You see, she was trying to create an image in her mind of a man living with her and what she will be doing when the man is in the house. That when a man is in my house, I will be going to the kitchen. When a man is in my house, I will wash some clothes. When a man is in my house, I will serve in the dining. What she was trying to do was to create a mental picture of how life will be when a husband is there. Immediately it was 45 minutes later, I understood it. Then I said, come, kneel down. Because in moment your hope is transmitted into pictures, you have audacity to confront a Pharaoh. When God met Moses, he told him his name that he has not revealed to anybody, but it was not enough. He gave him a gift, but it was not enough. He gave him an assistant in Aaron, it was not enough. There was only one thing that remained. It was a picture. So this woman was there and she was running around. She came and told me, sir, please, I have put hot water in the bathroom. I said, I have heard. Thank you. Because at that point, I have now understood what she was doing. So I decided to act along in the movie of faith. It was a movie of faith, and I needed to act along. Then she came, she said, I put hot water in the bedroom, sir, for you to have your bath. I said, yes, thank you. I said, please, can you help me to put the towel by the side? She said, yes, sir. She went to go and do that. Then she said, please, I will need to defrost the meat because I refrigerated them. I said, please go and defrost it and come back. You see, what she was doing was she was playing a picture of a wife, because having prayed for many years concerning marriage, you will need an image to be able to press through in your faith. And your faith now is a faith of hope, and hope deferred can make the heart sick. But when there is a picture, there is an understanding, something you are standing under, and God will create that which you see with your eyes. Because when he promised Abraham that he will give him a child, when Abraham was doubting, even though he had hope, one day he brought him out and said, lift up your eyes and look to the sky. How many stars can you count? What God was doing was that, I know I have promised you. I know you believe my promise. I know you have a hope for my promise. But it's time to show you a picture. Because what you don't have is an image in your mind. Because when you pray and ask me for a child, you still go to talk like somebody that does not have it. When you pray and ask me for marriage, you still go to talk like somebody who is looking for it. I want to give you a picture so that you can act like it. He changed his name from Abraham, assume father, to Abraham, father of nations, because he was trying to create a picture in his mind that he ought to see concerning yourself. Every time you have a Pharaoh, see yourself above the Pharaoh. See yourself as a God. See yourself over it. You have school fees to pay, you don't know where the money is. See yourself that you have paid the school fees and you have change left. Come on, somebody here. See yourself, change your sight. See yourself that you are working in that office and you are driving that car and you have a secretary, and when you enter your office, the secretary comes to collect your bag and say, good morning, sir. Don't tell me that I am sending application without future. It will still lead to denigration. Give me the pictures in your mind, because sometimes people's faith are crazy, and only people whose faith are crazy, God can meet them. Your faith is too gentle, your faith is too normal. Your faith is normal. You need to be abnormal. You need to be crazy a little bit so that you can meet with God. One woman that had issue of blood was crazy enough, despite the fact that she was smelling, she pressed through a crowd just to touch the hem of his garment. People were pushing her to go back. She refused. But you are too cold, you are too gentle. Careful weather have affected you. You can't even pray, you can't fast. All you are doing is that you are crying on your bed every night. No picture that one day your husband will be better. My husband will love me. My husband will go with me to church. We will serve God together. All you are thinking about is that he is good for nothing and looking for an escape plan, and you are developing escape plan, and that is what is happening in your life. Change the picture. Lift your hands and bless God. Change the picture. You are going to live here and act your miracle. Go and start acting your miracle. Act your miracle. Are you hearing me now? Tell your daughter to write you an employment letter and receive it as if it is the government that wrote you the employment letter, and take that letter and dance like 7 days in your house, appreciating God, giving him thanks for that letter has become a testimony and a reality. As you begin to switch the image, you are switching the process. What is supposed to take long will now reduce. Switch the image in your mind. Lift your hands and bless the Lord. Lift your hands and bless him. Because sometimes I want you to stop acting like small pastors. You are acting like a pastor of 10 members. Why don't you switch in your mindset, so that every time you come, even though you are preaching to 10 people, preach to them as though you are preaching to 1,000 people. Come in faith and bring the word, and start acting the level that you are desiring God to bring you into. Come in faith and start thinking like it. Switch your mind. Can you open your mouth and pray in tongues? Pray in tongues for a little minute. My assignment here is done. Pray in tongues. Let the message digest into our inner man. Pray in tongues. Pray in tongues and let the word go into our spirit. You need a picture. You need a picture. You have finished your PhD. You need a picture. You need a picture. You need a picture. You are at the airport and now you are traveling. Your travel document was successful. Your visa is granted. There is no more denial. You need a picture. You need a picture. You need a picture, sir. Board of elders board, see a new picture that the church is large, that the church is built, that there is overflow outside. See a new picture. For the things that are seen are temporal, but the things that are not seen, they are eternal. See a new picture, sir. Don't speak in any slow tongues. We want some fire in this place that will stir the spirit realm and give us new pictures. You have been depressed for so long. Come out of depression. You have been sad for so long. Come out of sadness. Come out of negativity. Come out of weakness. Come out of the lies of the devil. Satan is playing too much in your mind. Come out from there. You need a picture.